Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the most dangerous setup you can make. There are many facets to this as well, so you'll have to listen good. I just start leveling up snipers, and when doing so, a light bulb went off in my head. I say this is dangerous simply because no matter where you shoot the enemy operator on the body, it'll always be a one shot. The only time I wasn't able to one shot was when I hit him in the leg or something, but I'm sure you knew that, right? What's so special about this loadout is the fact that with the scope that I use, the enemy will not be able to see the sniper glint. This is crazy and I'm so glad it worked. I've done my research on glints in general, how they look from the enemy's perspective so you can know exactly how to use them best. Glints range from very small to very large. They vary depending on how much of a zoom there is. So my idea is to have a scope. Specifically this one, which is classed as very small. It's called the hybrid FIREPOINT. And there are other ones that are hybrids, but not with this small of a zoom magnification at 4.3. It's a godsend. It's also a hybrid because you can swap between this and the top mounted reflex dot mid-combat for even closer engagements. This is one of the pros along with 3 others. A 4.3 magnification, as I said, aim walk movement speed and aim down sight speed, which is very important for sniper loadouts. Now I've stated that I've done my research right. Well, I'm sure you want to know how you can have no sniper glint so that you can become a ghost on the battlefield. Well, here's how. When using the hybrid FIREPOINT, if you're 38 meters away from the enemy operator and they aim at you, then they cannot see your sniper glint while you're aiming at them. This is only if they don't have a scope that zooms themselves, which obviously gives them a closer view of you. But listen fam, I'm playing third person, and in this mode very few players even use a scope that zooms. That's why we play third person, right? To get that full experience of seeing yourself shoot. Anyways, doesn't matter, because the way this playstyle works and being at a distance will benefit you so much. Will work in your advantage. Even if they do have a scope, it's not only the 38 meter range at which they can see your glint or not, but also peripherally, meaning that if you move your sight left or right while aiming, the further either way will make your glint disappear depending on how much of an angle you're turned. Also, when playing this, you don't want to keep your sights up anyways. Make sure that you first survey the area and see if there's a victim running across the battlefield. That's when you zoom, so then they'll never be able to see your glint until it's too late for them. But if you want to be even more inconspicuous, once you level the MCR sniper to 26, I believe, is when you unlock the iron sights. There's absolutely no glint at all, but you won't be able to zoom either. There are many advantages to this as well, one being your ADS speed is a lot faster than with the scope. So this is better for close to mid-range engagements from my experience. You definitely can snipe from a distance, but it takes very much practice and skill. Gotcha, bitch. And if you can master this playstyle, then it might be the superior route. But one thing I will say about the iron sights, since you won't be zooming in and the ADS will be back to the traditional third-person ADS, the riot shield will get in your line of sight sometimes. I know you see it in this gameplay and I'm going to get to that in a second, but it's still playable. I just thought you should know this key point. I've gotten fairly used to it, but that's personally how I feel. So these are 2 ways that your sniper glint will not show to the enemy, which gives you a crazy advantage. Now, this loadout is not your average sniper class setup. I honestly have never seen anyone using it this way. You will annoy the crap out of everyone you go against. Now look at this gameplay, and it's not with the hybrid FIREPOINT because it's when I was leveling to get it, but this gameplay is a perfect representation of what I'm trying to explain. I know you all recognize this area on the map called Treyarch, the infamous camp area for snipers with only one way up. Well, this loadout gives me the opportunity to have unlimited proximity mines and the ability to plant up to 3 at the same time. The ultimate camper setup. With the munitions box for my field upgrade, I can resupply so fast once I plant one. Then, with my ultimate perk active, which is overclock, it increases the field upgrades charge by 40%. So you'll get another one in no time. Now, if the enemy gets really annoyed with you, which they will, you will begin to see more and more of them trying to get you out of that camp spot. So they'll toss grenades and use things to try and destroy your proximity mines before charging up. Don't worry, I got something for that as well. The trophy system. When you deploy this, it autonomously defends against projectiles. So this will protect you and the mines if they try it. Man, I must have gotten them really upset because I was even able to plant a sentry gun in this room. It was pretty much impossible at that point to kill me. For my secondary, I even have another layer of defense in case they get close, and I was talking about this earlier. Because players like to rush snipers when you miss. So with the riot shield, I'm able to increase my survivability even more. Just look at how I'm able to finesse all these players at once.
Ready to deploy.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Sentinela entrando em dois.
Enemy target at the hardpoint. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Sentry offline.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Pro chuveiro mais cedo.
The riot shield is such a threat. It's so brolic, man. I mean, just look at it. But it only works if you know how to use it. This is what I was referring to when I said I've never seen anyone using the playstyle this way. A riot shield with a sniper. And of course you're going to need overkill to hold both the sniper and the riot shield at the same time. And I use trackers so that I can make sure I don't get myself killed unnecessarily. Also, fast hands is perfect for everything in this loadout. Instantly dropping mines, switching between the shield and sniper, it just works. Finally, I use a smoke grenade for my tactical. It allows me to stay hidden and get out of situations at the right time. Now of course, you want a silencer. The FTAC Reaper increases damage range and bullet velocity, two most important stats in my opinion. And this 5-round mag is what you need. It basically takes all of the cons from the 15-round mag and turns them into pros. One more thing that's important is that it increases the rate of fire. And that's a really key to snipers because when you miss, you don't have that much of a margin of error to work with. You know, you have to be efficient. So if you miss a shot, then it's good to have some fire rate to recoup and be able to kill that enemy right away if they miss. Plus it's just one shot. Every shot is a one shot. And the cheetah grip is to help with more ADS speed. Sprint to fire is also great. And finally, the dragon breath ammunition. Man, I feel so disrespected when I get killed by these. Laying on the ground, set on fire. I don't know, it just makes me feel a certain way when I get killed by this. So, I felt like I had to return the favor. That's why I'm using these. And the only way these are unlocked is when you get to level 25. Plus, the fire helps to deal more damage over time when the shot is not a killing blow. And the thing is with the sniper, a lot of people may not want to level this up because it takes a while to get to this point. You have to level it all the way up to 20 in order to even unlock the sights and the scopes area. Once you get there, then you have to level it up again to 26, I believe, to get the iron sights. So, you know, a playstyle like this and a loadout like this takes a little bit longer than other loadouts, but it's definitely worth it. Because the snipers with those really bright glints, I don't like that. It reveals your position automatically. The ADS speed is really slow. It's just not the way I want to go. With this, I could be more nimble and move around and be able to compete like I want to. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if they're far away. You can still one-shot them from long distances. And this is a crazy aspect of it. Tell me down below what you think of this loadout. I'm having so much fun with it. It'll make so many people rage. But that's it for this one, y'all. I appreciate you clicking on this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.